Michael.
On August 28th,
Call 911. There's blood everywhere.
Rob Zombie completes his...
When Bob watched the movie, when it was done, he this is how he calls me and goes, I hate every single fucking frame of this movie. Doesn't look good. This thing's a fucking disaster. He's showing me the trailer for My Halloween as if I've never seen it. He goes, every frame of this movie is fucking genius. Now this is the same guy who said every frame of this movie I fucking hate. So this is crazy. It's horrible because you waste most of, you only have so much energy in your body and you waste most of it dealing with chaos and very little of it dealing with trying to make a good movie.
Happy Halloween. How do you like 2 bullets?
Of a terrifying legend.
What do you want from me?
Experience a new legend and a shocking masterpiece.
These are the eyes of a psychopath.
Packed with extras too scary for the big screen. Halloween on DVD Monday.
Could sit here and be charming and then kill you and feel no sense, nothing. You know, I'm probably like Ted Bundy was classic, you know.
What clue are we moving tonight?
Michael Myers.
Trick or treat, baby.
And then he calls me like a couple hours later. We're adding more screenings. This thing's going through the roof.
When Rob Zombie reimagined Halloween in 2007, he didn't just remake a slasher classic. He tore it down, he examined the bones, he rebuilt it as something grimier, angrier, and far more human. This wasn't about the shape stalking just babysitters anymore. This was about how monsters are made. And it's no secret that uttering the terms Halloween and the moniker Rob Zombie are enough to make most horror fans smash their damn pumpkins. Controversial, far-fetched, disaster, and waste of time. These are things I've always heard. These are frequent phrases used to describe the pair of remakes from 2007 and 2009 respectively. But for whatever reason, I land way south of both of those camps. The truth? I love them. I always have. Tonight isn't about lists or likes. I'm not even going to break these films apart. I'm going to put them together. Rob Zombie's Halloween and Halloween 2 exist as one dark pulse, one vision of grief and rage that's never really left me. This is about the feeling that they left behind and why that feeling still matters. To be completely transparent, there have been many Halloween evenings where this was my quintessential All Hallows Eve party double feature. A film strong enough to play as background B-roll to like shenanigans and backyard jungle juice having debauchery, but still cozy enough to let all the guests come on inside and feel welcome and that they were in good hands. His version of Michael Myers is less a force of supernatural evil and more a broken product of his environment. I know that upsets a lot of people. Abuse, neglect, rage, festering beneath the white mask, all that humanity, all that psychological rot. To me, I think actually makes him just a little more terrifying. Then came Halloween 2, and Zombie took it even further. Gone was the clean suburban nightmare. In its place, grief, trauma, surrealism. This sequel feels like a fever dream, a lot through the dirty lens-filled haunting visuals backed up with a soundtrack that bleeds melancholy and madness. Now, speaking of music, that's part of what makes it work. Rob Zombie's world is not silent. It's soaked in the music of decay, soaked in nostalgia. Halloween opens with Nazareth's Love Hurts, a tragic anthem that immediately humanizes young Michael before the horror begins. Throughout the film, Zombie peppers in Blue Oyster Cult, Kiss, Alice Cooper, the loud rebellious sound of a broken America. My top 5 songs from that soundtrack include Don't Fear the Reaper, because of course you need some BOC, especially when it's in the headphones and you're only getting it in mono, and she's just kind of laying there on the bed. Don't Fear the Reaper is classic. Tom Sawyer with its iconic seismic time signatures and groove. We get to meet Big Ol' Grizzly, we get to meet Ken Faree. Of course, by Rush. Love Hurts from Nazareth, we already talked about, as Mrs. Myers is using that as, well, I guess her American-made music to strip by. God of Thunder opens. This is penned by Kiss, and this is covered ferociously by metal legends White Zombie as the film comes into frame. God of Thunder is so good. That is my favorite Kiss song. That is one of my favorite White Zombie covers. God of Thunder really just sets up to just be a dirty, nasty, redneck, trash-filled romp, man, and that's why I love it. But for my money, The best song on the Halloween soundtrack is Halloween 2, written by my favorite artist and personal DIY hero, motherfucking the immortal Glenn Danzig of the Misfits and Sam Hain fame. Now in Halloween 2, the music and the tone shifts. The 1970s classic Nights in White Satin by the Moody Blues and Love Hurts does return a little bit, but now they sound mournful, they sound reflective. These songs haunt Laurie's PTSD the same way the White Mask haunts Haddonfield. Hell, even Tyler Bates' score brings a dirty industrial edge to Carpenter's iconic theme. It's familiar, but it's warped, like the world Zombie builds it in. It's also worth noting the jam, kick out the motherfucking jams. The chase is better than the catch by, of course, Lemmy is God and Motorhead. You've also got one of the best things to come through the cold October night, Am I Evil by Diamond Head, always reminding you that my mother was a witch. And finally, Captain Clegg and the Night Creatures deliver a one-night-only, sold-out performance that we should really get into. Is that alright? Can we talk about the Halloween night in Haddonfield from Part 2? Listen, you're all dressing up as characters from the Rocky Horror Picture Show. Let me set the scene for you here. Let me just set the table. You're loosening up, you're freeing your mind, you're drinking copious amounts of booze and the finest of spirits. On the main stage in the back row is Captain Clegg and the motherfucking Night Creatures. One night only. Get in where you fucking fit in, am I right? This party has it all. Costumes, smoke and fog, beautiful women and creatures of all shapes and sizes, jackals and puppetry. This is the place to be. If you've never been to a party like this, buddy, let me tell you, it doesn't get much better than this. For years, I've attended parties like this. Call it the werewolf punker in me, but this is exactly what I think of when I want to make some bad decisions. Halloween 2 feels like that backyard nasty. This is the kind of party that I want to go to. This is like my favorite place to visit when I watch this film. Bad decisions, makeup, stumbling, loud music, summoning the actual spirits, getting as close to the void as humanly possible before the big hand strikes 12. Actually, it's more like 3 a.m., am I right? Rob's vision is, for better or for worse, always him, and it adds real stakes and makes the violence feel just a little bit more grisly. Now, it's impossible to talk about these films without mentioning Danielle Harris, the ultimate scream queen who bridges generations of Halloween fans. Her performance as Annie Brackett is one of the most grounded human portrayals in either film. A blend of warmth, fear, heartbreak that hits even harder knowing that her legacy stretches all the way back to Halloween 4. In Zombie's world, she's not just a nostalgic casting choice. She's emotional glue. She's a connection to what the series once was and what it could have been. Her final scenes in Halloween 2 are gut-wrenching and proof that Zombie knew how to find humanity in horror. For whatever reason, her portrayal as Annie is immortal. It's timeless. She still feels alive even when I think about these films. Maybe it's because of her podcast, maybe it's the nostalgia, whatever it is one of my favorite female supporting roles, period. It just fucking is. Now listen, can we talk really quickly before we get out of here about owning both the Alliance Blu-rays, the director's cuts here, and then also the Amazon Prime director's cut? Is this overkill? Is this essential? I want to break it down. The theatrical editions, these right here, these are really hard to get. In fact, I don't think I've even seen them. This is a Canadian release from Alliance Film. This is tighter, this is moodier, and this is slightly more accessible with the sharper picture quality, the color grading. This has like enhanced grit without drowning in it. They feel like true cinematic experiences, raw, smoky, and fucking aggressive. Now, on the flip side, the director's cuts, these are a different beast entirely. They're slower, they're meaner, and far more psychological. These scenes, they seem to breathe just a little bit longer. The violence lingers, the dialogue feels less polished, and it's more painful. Zombie stretches his vision to the breaking point, especially with Laurie, who you either love her or you hate her, but she becomes a fractured, almost unrecognized shadow of herself. The sound design in these, it just feels denser, okay? It feels like you're being trapped inside of Laurie's trauma when you watch the director's cut. I will say that even Michael's unmasking, love it or leave it, it's divisive and it generates a response from the audience, whether you go director's cut or theatrical. Do you want Michael to talk at all? Do you even want him to make a sound? Do you want to see his face? Well, you're going to get a lot less of that. With the theatrical, you're going to get a ton more. This is not new stuff. These are just things that I think about. Now, what's fucked up is last night I wanted to watch the theatrical. I wanted to get the full experience. So I watched them both on Blu-ray and they look so fucking good. They look fucking pristine. But for whatever reason, I prefer Halloween 2. I like those long scenes on Laurie. This is one of the best displays of PTSD, trauma, emotional grief, things that people go through. Compton, she just completely kills this role. And when I think about someone that's going through some shit, I always think of Scout's performance. Like, she is just fucking unbelievable in this film. And I love all the stuff with the white horse. I love Sherry's role. I love all of the like kind of flashback nightmarish imagery. And can we talk about that opening scene for just a second? You guys want to hear a story? True story. Back in August, was August 28th of 2007, when Halloween was premiering. I got into a massive fight. I was dating this redhead, and she wanted to see Superbad. I wanted to see Halloween. It was a coin flip. Guess we went and watched Halloween. Guess who hated it? My ex-girlfriend at the time. Okay, we were moving to a new city. We were like, this was the last movie we watched at the Pendleton Cinemas. And I remember that year I was transferring to a new city. I was going to start a new life. Things did not go well from that period. I remember she hated Halloween and she would always bring it up because that's kind of why they're exes, right? That's what they do. Fast forward a few years and we're going to this dollar cinema, right? Where you get movies like 2 or 3 weeks outside of the theater. And I think it was called Movies 12 in Springfield, Oregon. And on the way there, my ex she'd wrecked my car. I was fucking pissed. And we were just going at it and everything was going wrong. And we had tickets to go see Halloween 2 this time. And we broke up in the theater, right when the cow's coming. She's like, I don't want to see you anymore. I don't want to do this. And guess who fucking didn't leave? Of course she didn't. She ruined my theater experience. But I'm telling you right now, I have so much love and nostalgia for Halloween 2 because of that. That opening when it was brutal and they're like pulling all the shit out of her stitches and they're like trying to get her cleaned up. One of the nastiest, one of the most... It's just extraordinary, man. It's just the real fucking deal. And watching her squirm and not be able to handle it and wanting to go leave, she would go get popcorn. She would like dick around because she needed a ride home. Guess what? That did not end up so well. So I lost a relationship, but I grew love for Halloween 2 in the end. These two films, they mean a lot to me, my horror canon. And Rob Zombie's Halloween duology, it captures brutality. It captures chaos and evil in a way that few remakes just seem to do. They're not fun slashers. They are dissections. They're just trauma and violence, really. Every scream, every flashback, every dusty frame, it feels lived in. It feels dirty. It feels raw. It feels real. Where the Carpenter version, which I love, it's clean. It's precise. It's mythic. Zombies version, this is a cigarette-stained nightmare, man, that just won't leave your subconscious when you're watching. Now, I know people fucking hate it, and that in its own way perfectly embodies the spirit of Halloween. Pain, loss, people being divisive, the ghosts that never really die. If you're new to this channel and you haven't watched the Halloween films, or if you're fans of these ones like I am, let me know down in the comments below. There's some shit down there. Follow me on social media on the Instagram. Guys, I love you so much. I'm going to do a tier list on Friday. It's going to be like a 2-hour thing. I cannot wait to do it. However you found me, however you're doing out there, I sure fucking hope it's well. And just for a minute, can we appreciate the Halloween 2 pumpkin? I love you. Cheers.